Hey guys, welcome back to the Doug and Corey Show.
In this video, we're going to discuss the announcements from Disney's D23.
Do you think if we say anything negative about the Marvel panel that Disney will come after us?
Ooh, well, I did hear they got a really good lawyer.
Stick around. All right, guys, so D23 was last weekend as of filming this, and they had a ton of announcements. We're going to get to the Marvel stuff at the end because that's our main thing, but we're going to start with some of the other stuff they talked about.
Yeah, and I think we kind of briefly talked about this ahead of time saying, hey, we thought they're going to do just mostly Disney Plus announcements at D23 and the movie announcements at San Diego Comic-Con. But the production they did here at D23 was probably way larger than San Diego Comic-Con. So
It was there. I mean, they put Hall H to shame as far as production value, but it's their event, so
yeah, for sure.
I get it.
Yeah, I think they're going to really lean into those events, though. Like, hey, Comic-Con, we're going to be there. We're going to have a presence because we're going to show you some stuff. I want people to be excited for that. But, like, this is our big show, and so
they talked about a lot. They talked about theme parks. They talked about all kinds of Disney
and that's
stuff.
normal. So every other year, I believe they do D23 is about destinations. So it's about the parks and stuff. And this just happened to be the year, that we got the more, like, TV shows and movie announcements and stuff. Still talk about all the other stuff related to Disney, but a big focus on the movies and TV shows.
Yeah. So no, in no particular order of how they were announced, I don't believe, but we got a new trailer from Moana 2, which comes out this November, Thanksgiving time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the Moana movie's pretty good.
Yeah.
People seem to really like it. The trailer for the next one looks really good. I'm pretty excited for it.
Originally, it was going to be a Disney Plus series, and it was just too good for that.
I think Iger saw the footage they had and was like, no, we're making this a movie.
Yeah,
I think at the time also, Moana was like the #1 streaming movie over all platforms or something crazy.
It's a great movie for sure. And they've already are in production for the live action version of Moana as well, with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson reprising his role in live action. I believe it's someone else doing Moana for the live action, though. But that's supposed to be coming out 2026 if everything stays on track.
Gotcha. And we got some other live action stuff coming soon, too,
got a lot, yeah.
Yeah. So the next one, I think, was Snow White we have on our list.
So, I mean, that one looked okay. I mean, the dwarves were a little creepy looking. I mean, I don't know how to make them look any better for a animated, semi-animated live action movie, It's hard. But
they did it all right in the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah, I mean, but these ones were just all right. So, we'll see.
How do you feel about the premise of the movie Snow White, the story of Snow White, and how?
I think a lot of people are on the same page with me with the fact that Snow White is supposed to be a little bit more fair and beautiful than the evil witch.
So
Queen,
it's the Snow White's Rachel Ziegler, is how you say her name?
Yeah, she was from like the Dance Moms shows, I believe. I don't remember exactly. I don't know much about her. But she looks okay for Snow White, but you got to have someone else playing the evil queen, not Gal Gadot, who is a goddess.
Yeah, I mean...
You can't have her... The mirror's lying.
Yeah, I mean, the whole premise for that story is pretty ridiculous in the first place. Like, how shallow. Like, she just cares about being the fairest in all the land.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Gal Gadot's, she's beautiful. I mean, she's a beautiful woman, and it's pretty interesting to have her and Rachel Ziegler, like... Again, Rachel Ziegler, she's not unattractive, but like
in comparison
to Gal Gadot, it's like...
Sorry. Like...
Yeah,
it is what it is. I mean, that's a little bit of a casting flaw, but hey, we're talking about the movie more than we probably would have been otherwise.
Yeah, and I'm not familiar really with Rachel Ziegler either, so I imagine she's an amazing singer.
Probably.
I'm assuming that's kind of Disney's thing. These are musicals typically, so I'm sure she's an amazing singer, and that's part of the reason she was cast. But yeah, it's a little bit of a controversy. I wonder if that's still going to be the driving force behind the evil queen is... the appearance thing. Like
maybe
it's gonna be kind of a funny joke if they actually do that, but
that would be funny. Yeah. So that comes out March 21st of next year, 2025. Then they had a little quick, like a
little teaser of
a 626, a Lilo and Stitch live action. It's like apparently a remake of the movie, so it's gonna be like kind of The Lion King. It's just a shot by shot remake essentially, but live action.
Yeah, and I'm not trying not to segue too much, but a brief touch on remakes from my perspective. So a lot of people right now are really upset. Oh, there's no new imagination in Hollywood right now. Everything's a remake, but that's just
or
flat
sequel.
It's flat out not true. Like there are a lot of remakes, sure, but there's more original movies in Hollywood right now than there's ever been. Like we're just getting so much original movies. Just unfortunately, a lot of people don't go see them. We're getting a big push right now from studios like A24, which are making amazing movies. They're getting a lot of recognition now.
Highly recommend any A24 movie at this point.
And then what's the other one? Blumhouse that does a lot of stuff too. I mean, there's a lot of original stuff
A lot of good
out
production
there.
companies.
Yeah. And it's not just those. There's other major production studios putting out new content as well.
It's the beauty of technologies of nowadays that most people can make their own stuff fairly low cost.
Yeah. But the other flip side to that is the point of a remake is to introduce a story to a new audience. And, I got 4 kids, and I'll tell you right now, if we don't make them watch an older movie when they're quite young and they're not able to resist, they don't want to watch old movies.
Sure.
I've tried to get my oldest to watch a lot of movies for a long time, man, and he just has no interest. Oh, that's an old movie. I don't want to watch that. So if they retell these stories in a new movie, they don't know they're not the wiser. They just, hey, it's a new movie, I want to watch it. So it's,
and then if they enjoy it, they may go back and watch the original at some point afterwards.
Yeah.
So
I don't really have a problem with it.
I don't either, but that's what it is. It's going to be a remake, and the Lion King one was good too. I mean, I'm looking forward to. One of the things that they also showed was the new trailer for Mufasa, which is coming out this year as well.
Yeah.
So they're doing which is kind of cool with that one because it's a new story.
Prequel, yeah.
Yeah, it's Mufasa and Scar growing up essentially, and kind of how their relationship turned.
And I don't remember what his name is, but we find out Scar actually isn't
his actual
Scar.
real name.
Yeah, he has a real name. He wasn't just his parents didn't name him Scar.
Put it up on the screen. Yeah, that would be funny. The Lilo and Stitch though does come out next year, summer 2025. They announced Incredibles 3, so they showed the eye with the 3, on it. So
a little bit less time between the first or between the second and third than there was in the first and the second. I'm guessing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
had a big gap there. Those movies are great
for sure, and they're similar to the Fantastic Four, as far as the characters and stuff.
Yeah,
so it's kind of cool. And then we also got another sequel, Toy Story 5. The teaser for that. Apparently, it's gonna be like toys versus technology now. So they showed a picture of a boy underneath like his sheet on his iPad, which would be like my son. And then the toys are all like looking at him like, "What's going on?"
Yeah,
it's perfect.
I mean, that is kind of sad. That's the way things are going, but it's just the reality. And so, Pixar does a really good job of embracing kind of like current times and what people are going through and stuff. So I'm sure it'll be really good.
I believe I don't know about Incredibles 3, but I believe Toy Story 5 comes out 2026. I could be wrong on that, but I know that comes out in the next couple of years.
Gotcha.
And then they, showed a little bit of stuff for an announcement for Frozen 3, which comes out in 2027.
Wow.
So that's a little bit out, but
getting a little bit ahead of themselves there, but that's cool. I mean, get people excited for it. I know the Frozen franchise is another one that's huge.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And then they showed Zootopia 2, which I really liked the first Zootopia movie.
Yeah,
that comes out November 26th of 2025. So
nice.
Hopefully that's really good as well.
Yeah.
It showed a couple of concept arts and stuff for that, I believe.
Cool. And then one they've been talking about actually got pushed back for a while was that Elio, right? And that's coming out.
It's a Pixar movie, right?
Yeah.
It looked kind of cool. It was like a space
kind of sci-fi looking thing. Yeah. I don't know a lot about the story. It follows a kid who somehow either ends up in a different planet or world or something.
I don't recall either. I looked it up at one point when we talked about it a while ago.
Yeah.
But I definitely was interested in it at the time, so I'll have to check that out if that trailer is out.
I think we both still need to watch the trailer for the next one, right?
Yeah, Star Wars Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
We didn't watch the trailer, but I mean, I heard it looked pretty good.
Yeah, I heard it looked surprisingly good. I mean, the still images I saw, I wasn't excited about it.
Law.
I like Jude Law.
As a Force. I don't think you know if he's a Jedi, but he uses the Force.
Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I did hear the trailer was better than people expected it to be, but the Star Wars stuff lately just hasn't been delivering, unfortunately. For
kind
me.
of like a pirate thing, they're kind of like a mixture of like Hook and I don't remember what else I read. Something they're kind of like Skeleton Crew. They're kind of just going after some treasure. I'm assuming
some bounty, some
yeah.
booty.
Always
booty.
And then we got a new official title for Avatar 3.
Yeah, so we actually got some titles like a long time ago, right? But I don't think they're all...
Was it the Seed Bearer before or something like that?
One of them was going to be the Sea Bearer, and I can't remember if it was going to be the third one. But yeah, I think they definitely departed from the original list we saw, because this one's going to be Fire and Ash, right?
Yeah.
And it is supposed to follow some sort of a more like fire-based Na'vi.
Because the second one was water-based. The first one's more of the tree, like forest-based.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe them. I don't know.
You have your normal
Novi Prime,
or normal
Navi Prime.
Navis, and then you have your water Navis, fire Navis. We're gonna get earth bending Navis.
Air. We got ones that ride on the dragons or whatever.
Well, they all kind of ride on.
Whatever.
Yeah, they all ride on.
They have
different
ones
things.
that maybe like live up there. Like
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, they just stay up there in those floating islands all the time.
I don't know. We'll see what they're making 7 of these movies. How many? Maybe 6.
I honestly don't know.
They're making a lot.
I know
This is just the 3rd one.
I know the next 2. Well, so 2 and 3 were apparently filmed at the same time, and parts of 4 were also filmed at the same time, mainly due to the kids kind of aging out of the roles.
Makes sense.
So they wanted to have their stuff filmed.
They have the de-aging technology now that they use often.
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of characters or actors making appearances in movies as their younger versions of themselves.
Even
So
Chris Evans and Deadpool Wolverine, they de-aged a little bit for Johnny Storm.
Yeah. And I mean, Sigourney Weaver herself, even though she's not playing the same character, they still used her and her voice for the younger character too. So
Makes sense.
she's the mom somehow of that Navi.
Wait, speaking of Sigourney Weaver, wasn't she in Freaky Friday? Was that her? Who is it?
No, Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
I don't know why I mixed them
Yeah,
up.
she's been doing a lot lately. Good for her. She's an amazing actor.
And she's in the sequel for Freaky Friday, Freakier Friday.
Freakier Friday, yeah.
so I
So
apologize for that
there's
mix-up.
Freaky Friday. Now there's gonna be Freakier Friday. Do you think they're gonna do a third one, Freakiest Friday?
They have to by law, right?
They kind of have to, right? You can't
And that's going to be the X-rated version. Freakiest Friday.
that would be pretty freaky.
Yeah. That comes out in 2025. I believe that's all they just showed them kind of a
Gotcha.
picture of them nowadays.
Yeah.
So sorry, Jamie Lee.
Yeah, and we got another sequel coming out in 2025, a new Tron movie.
Third one, right? A third Tron movie.
Yeah, Tron, then Tron Legacy,
And now
the
Tron Ares.
Yeah.
And Jared Leto's gonna be playing Ares apparently.
Jared Leto. We're getting Jeff Bridges back, right?
Yeah, so I don't know. I only saw part of Legacy. I need to rewatch it. I don't know why I didn't finish it. Did you see it? Did you like it?
I definitely saw it. That's Olivia Wilde's in it too, right?
Yeah.
I definitely saw it. I remember liking it. I think Daft Punk did the music for that as well. I definitely should rewatch it. I think like I said, I did watch it for sure, and I think I liked it, but it's been a while.
Yeah, well, this
Need to
one comes
rewatch
out
it.
October 10th, 2025, so you got a little bit of time to watch it.
Got plenty of time. I could watch it at least twice before that, I think.
Yeah. And then the Rock was back out there again besides Moana 2 he was doing. I'm sorry. I missed something.
No, I'm laughing at what you're going to talk about right now.
Yeah, it's the new movie he's making. It's called Monster Jam. So
Yeah.
about the monster truck races.
Yeah.
And stuff. So that should be interesting. I don't know. I mean,
Strange.
apparently is the producers of what's the other Disney? What's the Disney ride that he did?
Jumanji?
No, that's a great movie. But no, the Disney ride, the Jungle Cruise.
Mr. Toad's. Oh, yeah.
He did the Jungle Cruise movie, right?
I was totally thinking Jungle Cruise and I said Jumanji.
Hey,
He plays like the same character, right?
he plays the same character in a lot of movies. It seems he plays himself.
He plays The Rock, yeah.
Yeah, just like Ryan Reynolds plays himself.
And Jason Momoa in the latest Aquaman movie was just Jason Momoa.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, when you get to a certain level, you just can be yourself.
He's definitely something of a one-dimensional actor.
So yeah, I don't know.
He's entertaining.
He's entertaining for sure.
He's fun, but yeah.
So we'll see how this movie goes with the monster trucks. I did like watching monster truck stuff when I was a kid, so I mean, it might be fun.
Yeah.
And he makes good action movies. So
Yeah, I've only heard that this is happening. I don't really know much about it. I haven't seen any like still images or footage or anything.
just
So
the name is funny, Monster Jam.
it's just funny. Yeah, they're making.
I had to make sure I
The
put it
Rock-
was about monster trucks because you could what's Monster Jam if you didn't know
Yeah,
what's that about?
Yeah, it's just interesting. It's an interesting topic for Disney.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, like, kids like monster trucks. Typically, I mean, adults like monster trucks too. To be fair,
Yeah,
you know.
those are cool.
But just yeah, an interesting direction that they're taking. I would not have expected that.
Yeah.
So
And then we got a season 2 announcement for Andor, which is cool because Andor was great.
yeah, that's a really good show. Really looking forward to another season. It's definitely like a more of like a grounded show. Obviously, if you follow Star Wars stuff, if you've seen it, it follows is it Cassian Andor, I believe his name is.
Yep.
Who is one of the members of the team ultimately who steal the plans of the Death Star that sets off the whole,
Rogue One and-
sets off a New Hope, you know.
New Hope.
Yeah. So the Andor series, is it just going to be 2 seasons or 3?
That I'm not sure. I just know that they announced season 2.
Yeah, I can't remember if it's going to be 2 or 3. They've already predetermined it. It's one of those shows where this is how many seasons we're doing, because there's a specific story they're telling, which always makes for a better show, in my opinion. They're not just making content because it's a successful show. They're making content to tell a specific story. Yeah. So they already know where this whole show is going. We know it's going to lead up to Rogue One, and we know Rogue One leads right up into A New Hope. So, it's good that they have a starting point and ending point, and we're just getting that story in between that we haven't seen. So
yeah, I think that's why people liked Andor so much. That was one of the better.
Yeah, Diego Luna is really good in that show. We also had Andy Serkis was on that for a while in the first season, right? Mm-hmm. He was really good on that.
He's good in everything.
Yeah, he's an amazing actor. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna get any more of his character, unfortunately. But yeah, definitely get some more Diego Luna, and then
unless he comes back in some kind of a mocap thing, he's really good at that too. So.
Yeah, I know that's for sure. That's true. And I think this is Alan Tudyk. Is that his name? Who plays the robot? A lot of
good the voices.
Yeah, he does the robot for Rogue One. He wasn't in the first season of Andor, but I think he's going to be in this season now.
That's good.
And then forgetting the Skarsgård, the dad. Forgetting his first name. Stellan, yeah. So he's amazing in the show as well. So
all the Skarsgård actors,
they are
great.
They're all really good. Yeah.
The other Star Wars related one we got was some more stuff about Mando and Grogu, Mandalorian and Grogu, which comes out May 22nd of 2026.
Yeah, and so they're kind of posing it as Mandalorian and Grogu, like that's the title of it.
Sure.
What's interesting though is there was recently an investor call that Bob Iger did right after D23. He was talking about the new projects coming out, and he said he didn't say the Mandalorian and Grogu. He said we have a movie about the Mandalorian and Grogu, which is kind of weird. So like maybe it's just a working title for right now.
They've changed titles in the past, so it's possible.
And that one is still a little ways away. So
that isn't one of the best titles either. Mandalorian and Grogu. It's kind of a boring title. They're trying to do Deadpool and Wolverine for it's not the same effect.
Yeah. So
sorry.
It's gonna be interesting to see where they go with those characters. They kind of left their story in the last season of The Mandalorian, where like, hey, they saved the town, they got a place, they're settling down, but I guess in some of the footage they show him flying around in the Razor Crest again, which was destroyed in the last season of Mandalorian. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Actually, it was destroyed in the second season. Sorry, not the third season. The second season. Third season, he has that Naboo N1 fighter thing, whatever. Sorry.
Sure. No, you're good.
But yeah, so I'm kind of interested to see what they do with this. The last few things we've gotten involving them, like the Boba Fett, wasn't very good. Third season of Mandalorian, I think, was the weakest, unfortunately. So hopefully they can rebound and get back to some real good quality Star Wars content.
Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. And then the last other thing that was non-Marvel related was the announcement for season 2 of Percy Jackson, which I really enjoyed that show. I don't know if you watched it.
Okay, so I have not watched it yet. I've heard nothing but good things about that first season.
Yeah, it's really good.
I've been trying to get the family, because we do like a weekly movie night thing, or sometimes we watch TV shows, like we'll watch a whole series. So right now we're watching another series on Disney Plus, actually, Owl House, which is an animated show. It's actually pretty funny. We're enjoying it. Mm-hmm. Jacob had seen the series before, and he'd been bugging us to watch it. And so we finished watching what we were watching before we started this. So when we finish that, I'm going to try to get them to watch the Percy Jackson series, or the first season.
At least have them watch the first episode, see if they like it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I hear it's really good. So I'm excited that they're getting a second season, just because all the good things I've heard about the show so far. All right, so next we're going to get into some of these Marvel topics.
Yep, so we got some Agatha All Along comes out next month in September.
Yeah,
so we got
basically a month away. Yeah,
we got some more. I believe they got some more footage and images from that, and then they had most of the cast come out and sing.
Yeah, a bit of a performance.
They sang like
Aubrey
the Witch's
Plaza has a nice shriek. I don't know what that was, like a scream, I guess.
It's her witch scream cackling thing.
Yeah. I don't know either, but I like Aubrey Plaza, so
Yeah, so it seems like it'll be a fun show. And obviously, it takes place after WandaVision, so she's kind of trying to regain her power that she lost from Wanda, and she needs to go through the witch's road to do so. So you have to have a coven and a song, I believe, to enter the witch's road. So she's assembling this coven of witches that will listen to her, because she's kind of screwed a lot of people over in the past. And so it should be kind of fun. And they have to, obviously it's going to be somewhat musical. There's going to be at least a couple songs, I'm imagining. And there was in WandaVision as well. So.
Yeah. I'm excited for this show. It's kind of interesting. You would think that it would have dropped a little later to push. Is it
closer to Halloween?
Yeah, because it's going to wrap up, I think, before Halloween, right?
It'll be a good thing for people to watch by then.
Yeah.
Or maybe binge it. So yeah, it's going to be a more musical and magical type of show. They got 9 episodes. The first 2 come out September 18th.
Yeah. It definitely looks like it's going to be a funny show. I mean, Catherine Hahn's pretty hilarious. Aubrey Plaza's hilarious.
Yeah, I think it's meant to be more comedic from something like that. It was kind of more of a cheesy thing. I think there was like some scary scene where this like crazy like zombie thing comes up and it ends up being Aubrey Plaza.
Oh, okay.
Like, hey, what's up, guys, or whatever, and they're kind of like, hey, you, like.
Okay, because I thought you were gonna talk about that scene from the original trailer they released where that girls were walking around like doing the crab walk upside down, or whatever.
I think that's actually supposed to be Agatha, like a zombified Agatha.
Oh, I don't know. It might be, but Aubrey Plaza's like, where are you going? Where are you going? Like, it's just kind of funny. Yeah. So yeah,
it's gonna be funny.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it as well for sure. That comes out soon, so more Marvel content for us. That's exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
So then we also got some more footage and images of the Fantastic Four. We got a little snippet that they put together at Comic-Con, and they showed that same snippet at D23, along with some new images since they are now filming in London.
Yep, we got to see Johnny Storm.
We got to see like the whole group, but the Johnny Storm in his costume, Fantastic Four costume, with a little bit. People were kind of mixed feelings, but it kind of looks like the old school style ones with the white top. So it's got the white shoulders. I think it looks kind of cool. It's going to be like their initial costume.
That's what I was going to say. It's going to be their initial costume. It doesn't necessarily mean that's what they're going to wear the whole time.
Not like by Doomsday or whatever. They're not going to they'll have something different for sure.
I'm sure they will. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for it. It comes out in less than a year, July 25th.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a ton of information on it because they just started filming. So, we'll probably get leaked images and stuff later on.
And Boss Logic had some cool art. I liked it of Johnny Storm with, potentially flaming on.
Flaming on, yeah.
So, I don't know. It's going to be cool. I'm excited to see how this cast does in this role.
Yep. And I think they showed either a trailer or some footage for Thunderbolts Asterisk, right?
Oh, yeah. Before that, one really other quick thing about Fantastic Four is the better shot they got of, because they did leak some of the footage out there. You can leak, I'm sure I'll put some of the clips up in this video, but I guess in the vision of Galactus coming down, and you can actually see Herbie, like in some of the original footage that leaked out, you couldn't see Herbie in it, but so that does imply that is the Baxter building, and essentially he's kind of coming looking into, and they're probably away somewhere and, trying to figure something out because they know he's coming.
Herbie travels with them?
He probably does sometimes, but I think he was in the thing he was sweeping. Yeah. He was like cleaning up. Okay. So they probably weren't there.
Yeah.
That's just a guess, but
it is also test footage. So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's likely that in their original universe they will have the Baxter building. So.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So, anyways, on to the Thunderbolts. Sorry.
Yeah, Thunderbolts Asterisk, right? We still don't know what that means, but apparently
said we'll discuss it after it comes out.
Yeah, he basically said you got to see the movie. Like, thanks, dude.
Yeah, so there's speculation that it's like 6 bullet holes from the 6, main, Thunderbolt characters, but doesn't mean that it explains what it means. A lot of people are speculating that the name of the group's going to change by the end of the movie, kind of like Falcon and Winter Soldier changed to Captain America and Winter Soldier at the very end.
Yeah.
That maybe it's going to change to like a Dark Avengers or a New Avengers or some kind of new team that they're going to be trying, because essentially the government, I think, is what is funding this, because Val works for the government, and it looks like she's the one that bought Avengers Tower or took it over or something. So it's because they showed images of the whole team in Avengers Tower. So we'll see.
So I haven't seen the actual footage. I've only seen still images. But how do you feel about a tall Peter Dinklage being cast as the Winter Soldier?
Yeah, Bucky's got his longer hair back, and some of the images that came out, especially because they're a little bit blurry, because they're taking pictures
it's the facial hair.
Yeah, it's the facial hair and the longer hair too. I mean,
yeah, but the longer hair, he had longer hair as Winter Soldier,
I know, but I'm saying the way it looks like Peter Dinklage.
But it's because of the facial hair.
That too, and his kind of the look, where he's kind of almost scowling.
Yeah.
I don't know. It definitely.
If you had a clean shaven face, he wouldn't look like current Peter Dinklage. 'Cause Peter Dinklage right now has that longer beard and the longer hair.
Sure.
But I mean, it really, the face shape's not the same and stuff, but it does.
Well, it's kind of funny at first glance. Like, hey,
well, yeah,
it's kind of like.
So you sent me that still image, and you sent me two. You sent me just the image, and then you sent me an image with a comment down below.
Yeah.
And I was driving and stopping to go traffic, so when I stopped, I looked at the picture, and I was like, dude, that looks like Peter Dinklage. So I was literally going to send you a picture of Peter Dinklage to show how similar they look. And when I backed out to the image to look at it again, I was like, oh, there's two of them. And I clicked on the second one this time, and that one had a thing down below saying, looks like something about Peter Dinklage grew up or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, man.
He made a wish to get taller or something like that. And I thought it was funny. I said something like Peter Dinklage with some Pym particles.
Yeah.
And grew up a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So the Thunderbolts, it's kind of more focused on Yelena and
that's how it's sounding,
Lexi, the Red Guardian.
Yeah.
But essentially all these different people are getting set on this mission to, I don't know if they're trying to free Bob Reynolds, which is Sentry. Or they're trying to take him out. I'm not sure what they're trying to do, but this he's like overpowered for sure. He's OP, as the kids say.
Yeah.
He's our version of Superman, essentially, other than Hyperion.
Well, yeah, but he also has got some mental stuff going on, right?
Well, for sure. So he's got a little bit more scariness to him because he's got mental issues. He's a human that just kind of wants to be a superhero. So he gets injected with the Sentry, I don't remember, Sentry something, where essentially it's like an offshoot of the super soldier injection. And he becomes the Sentry. He already had the mental issues prior to this happening, and that kind of exacerbates it and brings out the Void out of him, which is like a evil version of him, which apparently in the comics is pretty intense. I remember I was going to send you this comic where even like Loki was like freaking out about the Void, like apparently he's a pretty intense character. Essentially, he's very overpowered. He's got the Void, which is part of his mental issues. So we're supposed to see some of that. But essentially, in this image, in this trailer, they only show him like in like a gown, like a hospital gown type of thing.
Yeah, and he talks about how his costume was way more comfortable to be in than theirs. They're in
these costumes, these crazy suits.
And he's like, my ability to use the restroom and stuff was quite simple. So
it's Sentry's played by Lewis Pullman, Bill Pullman's son. You saw him in Maverick, Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of interesting because we also got Wyatt Russell, Kurt Russell's son. So we're getting some of the next generation of these great actors who are also great actors themselves. So that's cool.
Yep, for sure. Yeah. So is Sentry, is he like a multiple personality thing like Moon Knight?
Again, I don't know enough about Sentry. He's a pretty cool character. I do need to learn more about him, especially before this comes out. I'll be looking it up, I'm sure, as I'm editing this. But Sentry's really, really powerful. Essentially like a Superman type character, but with extreme mental issues, whether it's a split personality or I'm not sure what.
I wonder if they'll recruit Gaia to fight him.
Everything with Gaia with you, Jesus. Oh my God.
Because they made Gaia so OP. It's the power of Captain Marvel and Hulk and like
pretty much
everyone. Like all the most powerful heroes in the Marvel. Anyways. All right. So that's the Thunderbolts. We really didn't get a lot. They did show some footage, but I haven't seen the videos they showed, so I'm not sure.
I'll show you all this stuff.
Yeah, much about all of it. But then we got some more announcements for Ironheart, right? Yeah. So that's officially, we're getting it. It's coming out. Yep. It's going to be next year.
September 3rd.
So it's still almost a year out, which is crazy because this has supposedly been done filming for a long time.
I'm sure they've done reshoots like we've talked about with other shows. But yeah, Dominique Thorne's back as Riri Williams. Apparently she's, I don't remember exactly the reason why, but she gets kicked out of MIT.
Yep.
So she's trying to build her own like Iron Man type suit out of like scraps and such. And essentially she gets like hooked up with Anthony Ramos's character, the Hood, who the villain's called the Hood. I forgot the character's name. But he's kind of like kind of shady, like kind of doing like, I don't know what kind of selling weapons or something like that.
I think they're selling drugs. I think I heard.
Drugs,
working together, selling drugs, maybe weapons too.
She's trying to help raise money so she can build her suit. And then there's going to be some Mephisto. Apparently, I mean, they didn't show anything like that in the trailer, but that's smart to keep that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense though because we do know the Hood's character has a tie-in with Mephisto or demonic. I think there's like either a demon that possesses it or something.
The cloak thing.
Yeah, so there's definitely a tie-in, kind of a more like supernatural side of things. So makes sense that we would be getting Mephisto. I know Eric Voss is gonna be thrilled.
And, for real.
Finally get some Mephisto. But
And I don't know much about the Hood. Again, I looked it up last time a little bit, but
uses pistols.
He does use pistols and he uses magic. But essentially, like, I don't know if is he kind of like Robin Hood? Is that why he's called the Hood? Is he stealing from like bad people? But he steals, he's kind of like a bad person.
I'll be honest, I don't know either. My experience with the Hood is from Marvel Puzzle Quest.
There you go.
That's really the only time I've seen stuff about his character.
In Marvel Snap, he brings out demons.
Oh yeah, that's right, and from Marvel Snap as well. Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's a very fun game.
He's a low-powered character, right? But then he summons. He
has a negative power, which kind of sucks. But
then you get like a +6 demon or something that's zero power.
No, it's
zero
energy.
It's
one cost.
One cost. Okay.
Yeah, that's a fun game. If you haven't played Marvel Snap, I highly recommend that one.
I'm sorry, I'm behind on it. There's so many new things they've done. I haven't played it in a long time. So
finally got new loading screens. Anyways,
nice.
So then the next, we're still on Ironheart. Yeah, right. Anything else about Ironheart?
No, I mean, that's kind of what they talked about. A little bit of the background for what's going on with Riri Williams and why she's doing what she's doing. Yeah, I mean, nothing still about Sacha Baron Cohen. Hopefully he's actually be in it as Mephisto. That's kind of the big rumor. So hopefully we get some confirmation soon, but being that it's over a year out still, I'm sure we're still a good like 8 months away or plus for a trailer. So.
Yeah. And then the biggest one, at least for us, was Daredevil Born Again. Got some footage for season 1 of that, which they did confirm. It's going to be two seasons as of now, 9 episodes each.
Yep.
So it is the original 18 they talked about.
Yep, just split it. They did reshoot almost everything, though. I mean, they totally changed the cast, brought back, Foggy Nelson and Karen, which is awesome. We've talked about it in the show before, but I love that original cast. The
shows are great.
Yeah, the relationship they have, their friendship's so believable. So I'm really excited. I do hope that we get some other characters back from the whole Netflix universe. There's rumors, well, not rumors, but Mike Coulter has expressed some interest in coming back now, which would be awesome.
They are filming season 2 now, so it's very possible if he's not in the first season, they could bring him back.
We've been hearing for a long time that Kristen Ritter's coming back as Jessica Jones, but we haven't gotten any direct confirmation of that.
Their stuff, their banter together is great.
Oh, yeah.
Her and Matt Murdock.
Yeah, and then the one I really hope we get is Rosario Dawson coming back to play Claire, because she was throughout all the different shows. Yeah. She was literally in all the different Netflix shows. Mm-hmm. Her tie-in, obviously starting with Daredevil, and later on ends up in a relationship with Luke Cage. Her character is really good. She's an amazing actress. I'd love to see her show up in these. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. If we get her, I think we're definitely going to get Luke Cage.
For sure, yeah. We got some shots of the White Tiger, which is kind of a vigilante character. It's a male character, and I'm familiar with the female version.
Same, but from the games we play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But either way, there's multiple people that hold the mantle, and for a lot of these characters in general. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so we get a shot of the White Tiger, which looked pretty cool. Nothing crazy, but it looks similar to what I would envision his costume being. Apparently, the actor that played him passed away from cancer, which is sad. There was also a rumor that at some point we may get the female version. I think her name's Ava something. I don't remember. I have to look that up. But there was rumor that she was going to be, who did I say earlier? I forgot. Jenna Ortega.
Oh, yeah.
That was going to be possibly playing her, the female version of the White Tiger. So
that'd be pretty cool.
Maybe they'll bring her in for season 2 or something like that. Who knows? I don't know how the storyline's going to be for sure.
Are we officially getting Bullseye in this? I think I saw shots of him.
They showed him. So it's kind of a good continuation of season 3 of Daredevil, which was an amazing season. So it's cool to have Bullseye back. They did that character very well, and I'm hoping to see him in maybe a comic accurate costume at some point. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
And we got Wilson Fisk and Matt Murdock sitting together, kind of talking.
Oh yeah, in like a diner or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like threatening each other a little bit vaguely. He's like, "You're talking about you or your alter ego, or whatever, your evil side, your dark side."
Yeah. That's pretty interesting. And we get a pretty funny line in that, right? Mm-hmm. About him being a really good lawyer.
Yeah, at the very end, right?
Yeah.
But even before that, we got confirmation of John Bernthal back as the Punisher.
Yeah.
Which has been a while since we've seen him. He's all got his big old beard and stuff. He's surprised to see Matt or whatever at first. So.
Frank Castle. Yeah. Yeah. I think, it's, it's maybe not necessarily fan service, but they're doing what the fans wanted, so I guess it kind of is. But typically, fan service is not necessarily crucial to the storyline. But in this case, it is the story. Like the fans. I think Kevin Feige saw the stuff that they were making and was like, dude, this isn't going to be as good as the Netflix show, and the people are going to be pissed. Yeah. So they scrapped it and started over, and they brought back the Netflix cast. So, I mean, obviously, we had Charlie Cox already and Vincent D'Onofrio. They were on board the whole time, but getting rid of Deborah Ann Wall and I forget the other guy's name.
Elgin something, right? I can't remember how to say it. Elgin.
Is it Eldon?
Eldon. Sorry. I'm not good with names in general.
Yeah.
But
anyways, getting them back, knowing we're getting John Bernthal back. So, yeah, we're getting all these cast members from the Netflix series that people loved. So I'm excited about it for sure. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty hyped up. And this does look like it's going to be another ultra violent.
Yeah, there was a lot of cool action. They showed a lot of violence for sure. Yeah. Like there's supposedly Charlie Cox. Charlie Cox. So there's another scene that's shot similar to the hallway fight scene.
That like one take, that long.
Yeah, another one take that's supposedly like going to blow your mind is what something like that. I got to look up the quote.
Yeah, that's a pretty awesome scene.
They do really amazing choreography in these shows.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm really excited for that. That comes out next March. So coming soon for season 1.
Yeah. That'll be here before we know it. Which is pretty awesome.
And I like the potential for so many potential street level cameos in this series. There's a lot of cool characters that could show up.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, there's a lot of the original Netflix cast that wants to come back.
Sure.
I know Finn Jones. I know people weren't really excited about Finn Jones as Iron Fist, but I don't think it was him. It was just the show. I think the writing was bad.
Iron Fist back in Eyes of Wakanda for sure. Even it's animated, but we are getting a version of Iron Fist back soon.
Gotcha.
So who knows?
Gotcha. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I'm kind of be really curious to see who they cast as the voice actor for that. To play it safe, they probably could just cast whoever they think will do a good job for that role.
Sure. With
no direct connection to live action, but a lot
supposedly Eyes of Wakanda takes place in the Sacred Timeline.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's supposed to be an animated version of what happened.
It's not like a what if thing at all. It's
I don't think so. No.
Is that how the Spider-Man animated show is going to be as well?
I think that's something slightly different because they think that's based off of a Peter Parker from a different universe, and then I think all these other characters come into it, like Tom Holland Spider-Man comes in. They have different versions.
Oh, it's not about his. I thought it was his. I thought he was voicing the character.
He maybe, I don't remember.
We'll get back to you on that one.
Yeah,
I'll get back to you on that one. I'm not
sure.
They
showed some of that too. I don't think I put that down here. They did show some of that.
Okay, freshman year. Yeah. And I've heard mixed things. I've heard some people say, no, it's his high school freshman year, but I was under the impression that it's college. It's his first year of college.
That'd be better. Because then he's working for taking photos and stuff.
Yeah, because
Daily Bugle.
I mean, I don't know how young he is in the original Spider-Man storyline, like when he gets bitten, but typically he's like towards the end of his high school time when he's in all the movies and stuff.
This is definitely going to be a little different. It's got to be a little different for sure. Maybe still be voiced by Tom Holland, but the thing that they talked about is how he gets bit by the spider in the very beginning of the footage is Doctor Strange going through a portal with fighting some kind of like symbiote like character. And then this like spider falls through this portal as well and bites him. And then he becomes Spider-Man from that. Like it's some kind of weird reason why he becomes Spider-Man.
We don't know how Tom Holland Spider-Man became Spider-Man. They don't show that.
That is true.
We are introduced to him in Civil War, He
already was Spider-Man.
He was already Spider-Man. Yeah.
All right. I've run out of patience. On to ruse! Nice job, kid.
Thanks. Well, I could have stuck the landing a little better. It's just a new suit. Wait, it's nothing, Mr. Stark. It's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, we don't really need to start a conversation.
Okay. Captain? Big fan of Spider-Man?
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
So, yeah, maybe.
And if it's just falls through like a portal, but he doesn't see Doctor Strange or anything, he might not know. And the spider falls out of the sky and bites him.
True. Yeah, they could be fighting really high up or something. Who knows?
Or just not looking. He's just walking. Spider falls on his hand.
I'll have to look up more.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd like to see that if it's out there. If it's out there somewhere. Send it to us.
So yeah, there's definitely more stuff that I completely forgot about to add to
There was
our
a
list.
lot, man. There was a lot of.
They do talk about a lot of stuff at
D23.
D23, so
Yeah.
that'd be a fun event to go to at some point if we could afford to go. That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
well, it's pretty local, right? They did it in Anaheim, just like an hour and a half drive from us.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. It's just the cost of getting in and
Yeah,
everything. It's hard.
Yeah. Well, at least everyone who gets in gets to see everything. Unlike San Diego Comic Con, where like good luck getting into Hall H.
Yeah, for real.
So
Definitely a benefit of something like this.
and because of how big the production value was in this compared to what they could do in Hall H, seemed pretty awesome.
Yeah,
So it's
We'll
definitely
get
something
there.
worth looking into.
we'll get there.
That and CinemaCon, man. I really want to go to CinemaCon. That'd be fun because that's in Vegas usually.
Mm-hmm.
And get a hotel for a weekend and get to go to all the things, see some screeners and stuff.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, well, I think that's going to wrap it up, guys, for a discussion on Disney's D23. Let us know which movies and shows you're most excited about.
Be sure to like and subscribe. Have a marvelous day.
Hey, guys, welcome back to the Doug and Corey Show.
In this video, we're going to discuss the D23 announcements.
Do you think if we say negative things about the Marvel topics, Disney will come after us?
I've heard they got a really good lawyer.
Stick around. Yeah, but he can't see you.
Jesus. Yeah, do it.
No, he
least-
can. He can. He sees the a world is on fire. That's how he sees things. Do you think we'll get Rosario Dawson back?
Let's get off topic.
Dude, Claire is one of the best parts of those shows. Anyways, all right. Hey guys, welcome back to the Doug and Corey Show.
In this video, we're going to discuss the D23 announcements.
Do you think if we have negative things to say about the Marvel topics, Disney will come after us?
Well, I heard they got a really good lawyer.
Stick around. Yeah, but he can't see you. So
What?
what? What happened?
I'm pretty sure he can see you.
Dang it!
Wait, I'm sorry. That sounded bad.
What do you mean by that?
Because he has his sixth sense where he can like perceive things.
It's because my steps are louder.
Because you're Colossus.
Oh yeah,
That heart.
colossal something.
Dick.
Whoa! Oh my gosh!
Beep.
All right.
Hey guys, what? I went through my puberty right there.
Good job. Happy for you. Oh, yep, they dropped.
Finally.
How dare you? Now we're laughing.
Okay, sorry.
All right. Close ourselves.
Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to the Doug and Corey Show.
In this video, we're going to discuss the announcements from D23.
You think if we say anything negative about the Marvel panel that Disney's gonna come after us?
Well, I did hear they got a really good lawyer.
Stick around.
All right,
One of the-
something will work.
One of those will work.
Something
I'm
will
sure.
work.
Okay,
It was super cheesy, but I
don't care.
I went
That's what
extra.
we're all
I went extra cheesy on the last one
for sure. I
on
noticed.
purpose.
I noticed.
The little dramatic pauses and stuff. You know,
Yeah,
like
get you a daytime Emmy.
is that how it works?
I think so. I don't know.
Do we have to be monetized or anything for that?
No,
Perfect.
we're not
Oh,
getting paid for anything, including the awards.
okay. Do we get some swag or anything at least?
If we're lucky.
Well, if I do get nominated, I'm definitely inviting you to be my guest.
Oh, thank you.
You'll be my plus one.
Ooh. All right.
Sorry, Amber. It's business, you know. Except
And-
we don't get paid.
And flesh.
And pleasure.
Yeah. Whatever that was going on outside was very loud.
Sound like someone started their lawnmower.
Oh. Sounded loud. Whatever.
Sounded like a lawnmower, but it was really loud and then like moved or stopped.
I don't know. Whatever it was a big engine. Yeah, whatever that is very loud.
It sounds like someone's testing their lawnmower out or something.
That sounds way louder than a lawnmower to me. Unless their lawnmower is like broken. Someone's coming to kill us. Starting up their jet engine. Yeah, their jet engine chainsaw. That was loud.
Is it a jet engine chainsaw?
I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll probably hear it again at some point because they're trying to fix something.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
So
All right,
let's try to get there as much as we can.
Yeah.
And then they showed more stuff from the Fantastic Four, which was cool. We got the jet engine. Oh, it's good. I didn't get too far into that.
Probably got a big old metal fan in the front that's, you know. So just
Okay. So before it starts again. All right. Nope, I heard it. It's the dogs and then that. It's funny. I'm surprised the dogs aren't barking at that.
yeah, yet.
All right.
Son of a.
Biscuit eating bulldog. Like, so we're going to get the person ringing the doorbell.
Oh, jeez, don't jinx us.
So I don't know much about Sentry though. Oh no, you're dinging all over the place.
I know,
Connor.
and I got.
It wasn't the boat engine. this
Well,
time.
the problem is I do have Do Not Disturb turned on, but I also have certain people that are allowed to get through that.
Perfect.
Because it's
No,
an
the
emergency.
boat or whatever.
Yeah,
it
the
is.
boat too. Jeez.
The car.